the shelter. All we need is love. All we need is love in the shelter. All we need is love. All we need is love. It's a beautiful day at the beach. I was losing my mind for about a week until I could call you up. I'll meet you at the waterline. Birds are flying up above. We both need a little love. Hiding a million different things, waiting for the nighttime to see what it brings. And I'm still living deep in my head, and sometimes I feel my heart is dead. Maybe tonight, baby, with our love instead. Yeah, I'm still living deep in my head, and sometimes I feel my heart is dead. Maybe tonight, baby, with our love instead. Yes, I know we're not the same. I'm so tired of playing games. You don't have to be so hard. Just tell me your dreams, the things you like, what turns you off, what makes you doubt. I'll tell you my deepest secrets, I wanna let them out. Hiding a million different things, waiting for the nighttime to see what it brings. And
Hello there, folks! Welcome back to another episode of Fast Facts Live. I am your host, your quizmaster of ceremonies, Outdoor Dan O'Keefe, coming to you live from an undisclosed location on a balcony somewhere. It's time for another episode of Fast Facts Live. Also here today, making the show run in a similarly undisclosed location, is Tom Hillmeyer. Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm good.
Can you take me away from the frame for a second and just go full screen on you?
You have to turn your camera.
Oh, I have to do this.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Just turn
Well.
your camera on. There you go. I was waiting
Here
for
I
you to say
am.
something and then realize you were waving.
Just waving. I've disclosed my location. Yes, I am on Tom's balcony. But Tom, how are you?
I'm okay.
It appears there's a third behind you.
There is. I think it's one of the team names.
I think maybe her team name is In the Living Room Behind Tom, but I don't know. Maybe somebody else is
Don't
feeling
worry.
wild right
The
now.
answers literally don't pop up on my screen until we share
No,
them.
she's not allowed to see them. So yes, Tom and I are together yet apart. I'm separated by a glass scene because I am incredibly ill right now. I have a raging case of mesothelioma. It is contagious, and Tom is afraid that I will cough in his mouth, thus spewing asbestos, because that's how mesothelioma works. It grows more asbestos in your lungs.
Ah.
How are you doing?
Same old, same old. How are you? How was traveling from California to the Midwest?
It was good. I met my niece, my niche,
Your
my
niche?
niche. She's
Found
so
your
cute.
niche. Oh, you met her for the first time?
I did, yeah.
Oh,
She doesn't travel much.
yeah, and you never went out and visited her? I mean, she's like
She was
what?
born 2 days after I left.
Oh,
Yeah, she's 14 now. So it's only been a little while, but
How
don't
old
worry.
is
She is 6 months.
Ah,
6 months and 2 weeks or something. But she is very cute. Almost as cute as these teams that we've got signed up to play. I am a god of transitions. The teams that we have signed up to play this week are Mom and Dad and maybe the other guy, Venti Almond Milk Latte, We Are Not Square, last week's winner, Tarzan's Boys, In the Living Room Behind Tom, who could that be, and Fab 5. Thank you all for being here. Let's get started with the game. And it's topical, it's timely. Round number 1 is the NBA Finals. Question number 1. The finals this year are between the Boston Celtics and the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks are named after the TV Western Maverick, which starred who as the titular Maverick? 20 seconds. Before we move on to question number 2, just remember to send in your answers with ChartyBot. Have the newest version of the app or use the online version of ChartyBot. I realize I didn't go over the rules at all, but I will do that when we get to the end of round 1, because it's question number 2. Kyrie Irving is one of the 2 stars for the Mavericks. What country was he born in? 20 seconds. Kyrie Irving, known controversial figure due to his bizarre beliefs. Question number 3. On the Boston side, this is the team's 28th finals appearance when they last won the title in 2008, which was their 25th fifth appearance. Who won Finals MVP? 20 seconds. I don't know if you can see the background picture for this question. If you can't, just Google 2008 Boston Celtics, and this will be one of the top 5 ones that pop up. It is a bizarre picture. Everybody looks incorrect in it. Let's move on. Question number 4. Speaking of Westerns, Chuck Connors played for the Celtics for 2 seasons in the 1940s, their first 2 seasons, actually. What TV Western did he star in from 1958 to 1963? 20 seconds. Two bonus facts for you about Chuck Connors. Number 1, he is one of the few players to ever play professional basketball and baseball. After he was in the NBA, he played for the Chicago Cubs and their organization for a number of years, which then led him to Los Angeles and their minor league team to act. And he was the first player in NBA history to break a backboard. Question number 5. Luka Doncic, the best player for either team in the finals, is from what country? 20 seconds. And that is it for round number 1. Get your last answer in. And now I'll go over the rules. So, 5 rounds of 5 questions. Each one Hail Mary question at the end where you can bet up to 10 points. Normally there would be a double or nothing after each round where if you got all 5 questions right, you could double or nothing and double your points. But if you get even one question wrong, you would lose all the points for that round. You could only use that once per game. But we are still having a technical issue with the double or nothing. I believe Chuck Connors broke it like he broke a backboard in the 1940s. So instead, it's another pure game of trivia where it's just the top score wins, but you still get to bet anywhere from 0 to 10 points at the end of the game. Don't cheat, send in your answers with ChartyBot. You're already doing a great job. So that's all of the rules that I think I need to go over for you. Let's move on to round number 2. Round number 2 is not about basketball. You're free. It is on this day. Question number 1. On this day in 1883, the first regular scheduled service on what train line left Paris, or as the French pronounce it, train line? 20 seconds. You know what I'm really jealous of?
I hope it's not the French.
No, I mean, it's all Europeans. Just the access to trains that they have.
Yeah.
Question number 2. In 1893, in New Bedford, Massachusetts, who is on trial for the murder of her father and stepmother on this day? 20 seconds. Hey, Tom, what's this background image from?
The Airbnb of the place where they murdered the father and
great.
stepmother.
You
Yeah.
can rent it?
Uh-huh.
That's absurd.
Uh-huh.
It's very American, though.
Yes.
Question number 3. On this day in 1947, a speech at Harvard University calling for U.S. to aid the economic recovery of Europe after World War II signals the beginning of what became what? Good luck, 20 seconds. Do you know what else happened in 1947 at Harvard University?
No. What else
I
happened at
don't
Harvard?
either.
Oh.
That's it. That's my fun conclusion. I think a Kennedy was there. I don't know. Question number 4. On this day in 1968, Sirhan assassinates who? 20 seconds. Boy, those of you who tune out the banter that I'm throwing out in between questions really missed out there. Unplanned. I didn't read through these. Question number 5. On this day in 1989, the Tank Man halts advancing tanks in what event? 20 seconds. That is it for round number 2. Although, if you ask the government in control of the area where these events happened, nothing happened in 1989. It was all peace and love, baby. Peace and love. Waiting on the answer for 2 more teams before we wrap up the round and move on to our first break of the day. The breaks of the game, some might say. That's a book. When we do, we will have the answers to the first 2 rounds and more questions. I'm giving you 2 more seconds to send in your answers. Otherwise, we are moving on. And bada bing, bada boom. That is it for round number 2. We will be back after a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Heyo, we are back. Let's go over the answers for rounds 1 and 2. Starting off with round number 1, the NBA Finals. Finals this year are between the Celtics and the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks are named after what TV Western Maverick, which starred who as the titular Maverick? He was also a co-owner of the team when they opened, launched, whatever, in 1980. That is James Garner, and that was our social media clue. Question 2. Kyrie Irving is one of the 2 stars for the Mavericks. What country was he born in? He was born in Australia. Number 3 on the Boston side, this is the team's 28th finals appearance when they last won the title in 2008. Who won finals MVP? That was Paul Pierce. Speaking of Westerns, Chuck Connors played for the Celtics for 2 seasons in the 40s. What TV Western did he star in from 1958 to 1963? He starred in The Rifleman. Third bonus Chuck Connors fact. When he broke that backboard, it wasn't from dunking like you picture Shaq doing. He threw the ball at the backboard too hard, and it broke. Wild days in the 40s BAA before it even became the NBA. Question 5 for 1 point. Luka Doncic, the best player for either team in the finals, is from what country? Just east of Italy. It is Slovenia. On this day, in 1883, the first regularly scheduled service on what train line left Paris? That was the Orient Express. There's been a murder in Massachusetts on this day in 1893 because in New Bedford, who's on trial for the murder of her father and stepmother, that is Lizzie Borden, not Lizzie Bennet or Elizabeth Bennet from a Jane Austen novel. Question 3. In 1947, a speech at Harvard University calling for U.S. to aid the economic recovery of Europe after World War II signals the beginning of what became what? The answer for that is the Marshall Plan, not some effing act probably about a nuke falling, but that was my favorite answer that we received. And on this day in 1968, Sirhan Sirhan assassinates who at the Ambassador Hotel in Los Angeles, California? That is Robert F. Kennedy Sr. And question 5. In 1989, the Tank Man halts advancing tanks in what event? That was in the Tiananmen Square uprising, which then became the Tiananmen Square Massacre. Let's move on to round number 3. Round number 3 is Make It About You, or to quote the Muppety creature in the back, Make it about you! Question number 1. A German rapid transit system. What's that called? 20 seconds. Have you ever been on this?
No, I've never been to Germany.
That shouldn't stop you. I just need to keep appearing in the background, otherwise I don't know if I exist or not. Probably not a good way to live my life. Question number 2. The 2007 Rihanna tune. What is it? 20 seconds. That's right. Question number 3. Declared independence from the Soviet Union on September 1st, 1991. Who is it? 20 seconds. It's fun when I look over at Tom's screen, because on screen, it looks like I'm looking at the question, even though in frame, it looks like I'm looking away from the question, because of how angles work and how cameras also work. But if I look this way, I'm not seeing anything but a mural, but it looks like I'm reading the question. And that's the magic of movies. Support your local cinemas. Question number 4. Children's graphic novels. Captain Blank. What's the blank? 20 seconds. Damn, you all got this one in real quick. Question number 5. What radioactive element with unique nuclear properties? 20 seconds. That is it for round number 3. Get your last answer in, and we can move on to the next round, which will be round number 4. And that's coming up right now, because round number 4 is side jobs. Tom, if you had to pick any side job, what would your dream side job be?
I don't know.
Enthralling.
What would your ideal side job be?
I don't dream of labor. Question number 1. Austrian-born actress Hedy Lamarr invented a radio guidance system for torpedoes during what war? 20 seconds. Tom just walked out here to tell me a joke related to Hedy Lamarr, and I didn't realize it was a joke. And I thought he was just criticizing my pronunciation. And I was like, are you questioning me about the name of an old Hollywood actress, sir? But no, I'm wrong. He's right. Question number 2. What actor who starred as Kurt Hummel on Glee has written 18 children and young adult books? 20 seconds. All that work, and what did it get him? Why did he do it? Like 15 years after that aired, that hit number 3 on the Billboard charts because it got popular on TikTok. Question number 3. When he isn't acting, or wasn't acting, or running his salad dressing empire, Paul Newman spent his time doing what type of racing? 20 seconds. If there's one thing that Paul Newman is going to do on his salad dressings, it's wear a hat. And I appreciate it. My only knowledge of Paul Newman up until like I was a teenager was as the salad dressing man. Question number 4 in round number 4. Prior to his acting career taking off, Steve Buscemi worked as what kind of public servant in New York City? 20 seconds. And there's one more question left in this side job round. And that question is this. Peter Ostrom only had one acting role, so I guess being a veterinarian was more of his main job. What classic 1971 children's film did he star in? 20 seconds. Perhaps it's pronounced Peter Ostrom and not Ostrom. I did not look it up before this game. That is it for round number 4. We are going to take another break. When we come back, we'll have the answers for the last 2 rounds and another round and more of trivia, so do not go anywhere. Heyo, we are back. Before we go over the answers for rounds 3 and 4, housekeeping notes. Our next game of Fast Facts Live will be on June 19th. That is in 2 weeks. Mark your calendars, call your friends, tell your neighbors. That's when we'll be back. If you want to support us, follow us on social media at FastFactsLive, or donate to us on Patreon, patreon.com/FastFactsLive, or buy the merch at shop.wearecreativeland.com. There's a new episode of In Conclusion going out tomorrow, talking about the last of the Pitch Perfect trilogy, Pitch Perfect 3. So get excited for that. And other than that, I hope you're having a good day. Tom, do you have any updates or announcements for anyone?
No? Am I supposed to?
Do you know that there is a ghost on your couch?
I don't know what you're talking about. There?
No, on the balcony.
Yeah, that would have been more effective if you turned the camera off.
Oh, wait. Everybody forget the last minute. Tom. There is a ghost on your balcony. I don't know if you can see it, but he's waving to you right now. Let's move on to the answers. For round number 3, let's make it about you. Question 1, a German rapid transit system. That's right, it's the U-Bahn. A 2007 Rihanna tune? Why, that must be Umbrella. Question number 3. Declared independence from the Soviet Union on September 1st, 1991. What country could that be? Could it be Uzbekistan? Why, yes, it can. Question number 4. Move the microphone back from my mouth. Okay, a children's graphic novels. Captain Blank. That's right, it's Captain Underpants. And, oh, now it's too far from my mouth? Wow. Question number 5. A radioactive element with unique nuclear properties. Why, oh, why? That's uranium. We made it about you. Now let's make it about side jobs. Question 1. Austrian-born actress Hedy Lamarr invented a radio guidance system for torpedoes during what war? That was during World War II, where they had to melt everything down for bullets. Question number 2. What actor, who starred as Kurt Hummel on Glee, has written 18 children and young adult books? That is Chris Colfer. Question number 3. When he wasn't acting or running his salad dressing empire, Paul Newman spent his time doing what type of racing? The correct answer would be auto racing. We accepted literally every kind of auto racing that you could answer. F1, NASCAR, street. If you said anything that would be racing a car, we accepted it. Question number 4. Prior to his acting career taking off, Steve Buscemi worked as what kind of public servant in New York City? Did he work as a ghostbuster? No, he worked as a firefighter. I'm being attacked by a mosquito right now. Question number 5. Peter Ostrom only had one acting role, so I guess being a veterinarian was more of his main job. What classic 1971 children's film did he star in? It wasn't Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. No, it was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. That's it for round number 4. Let's move on to round number 5. Maybe I'll go back to my spot after the first question. In our toss-up round. Could be anything. It's this. How many sports will be in the upcoming 2024 Paris Olympics? 24, 28, 32, or 36? 20 seconds. I don't know what happened there. I just kind of had an out-of-body experience and was possessed by a very monotonous ghost. Question number 2 is the question that we're moving on to. After several delays, Starliner officially launches to the International Space Station. Starliner is a vehicle manufactured by what company? 20 seconds. I wasn't joking about being attacked by a mosquito. My legs are just getting ramshackled right now. Question number 3. What Midwest city has a system of never-used subway tunnels under its streets abandoned due to financing issues in the 1930s? 20 seconds. Man, I must have sweet blood. At least that's what the vampire that attacked me told me once. Because, again, these mosquitoes. Question number 4. Thimphu is the capital of what Asian country? Tom, have you ever been to Thimphu?
Can't say I have.
Hmm.
That's a hint
can't
for
say
all
you
of
have?
people who have only been to one Asian country. So,
Well, we can cross Japan off the list. You haven't even been to Japan. Question number 5. Which stock jumped 21% on Monday after a Redditor posted a $116 million investment? Everything is stupid. 20 seconds. That is it for round number 5. Get your last answer in so we can move on to our final question, the Hail Mary question, which, as a reminder, can be anywhere from 0 to 10 points. Last week, we had everybody wagered 10 except for one team. They wagered 6. Everybody got it wrong. They were down by 3 going into the final, and they ended up winning. I'm going to move on to the Hail Mary question. So you can place your bets right now. If you want a category for this week's Hail Mary, that category is literature. I'm going to go with that. Oh no, I've lost the tab that I am in. I have like 800 tabs open right now, and I can't tell which one has the ninja tab in it. Uh-oh.
what?
It's somewhere.
Here, I'm over here. Follow the sound of my voice.
Tom, are you there?
Follow the sound of my voice. It's in there. It's in your tab.
We're waiting on the wager from one team, and then we can move on
Why do you
to...
have a thumbs up?
I don't have a thumbs up.
You just gave a thumbs up to your camera. Give it. There you go. There you
I'm
go.
not doing anything. It's doing that. What?
Somebody updated their MacBook.
What's happening? Okay, everybody plays their bets. Here's the question. Oh, wait, I actually can't see it. It contains the line, "There stood the Catskill Mountains. There was ever a hill and dale, as it has always been." You have 20 seconds. What contains this line? I'm not kidding you when I say I have too many tabs open. I would show you my screen share, but I can't because, as I said, I have too many tabs open. Oh, I know what the issue was. It wasn't even showing up because I have too many tabs open. Here I am. Now we're back. I'm not going to screen share because it's also my work laptop, and I don't want to share anything from work. But
That was a disgusting amount of tabs I just saw on your computer.
yeah, correct.
Dan.
You should have seen what my desktop looked like before I cleaned it up a little while ago.
Dan.
We're waiting on the answer from one team.
How do you
and
get
based-
any of this done? Anything done.
I know what's in most of those tabs.
No! Straight up no. I'm telling you no, you do not.
Okay, well, are you me? Are you
No.
in my mind, Tom? Exactly.
Oh my god.
Okay, everybody's answers are in. Here's our tiebreaker question just in case of a tie. Rob Manfred has banned how many players from the major leagues? Tom is criticizing me for my
It's not the worst I've ever seen.
Web
because
browser
that's
hygiene.
my little brother. My little brother has the worst tabs I've ever seen. Half of them are Google search pages.
incredible. That's all the questions. That's all the answers. We're going to take one last break, score this puppy up, and see who won. So don't go anywhere. Okay, we are back. Let's go over the answers and see who won this week's Fast Facts Live. In our toss-up round, how many sports will be competed in the upcoming 2024 Paris Olympics? There will be 32 sports competed with equal numbers of male and female athletes. So that's cool. After several delays, Starliner officially launches to the ISS, which is manufactured by what company? Boing boing, like their airplane doors. It's Boeing. What Midwest city has a system of never-used subway tunnels under its streets, abandoned due to financing issues in the 30s? That is Cincinnati. They call it Cincy because it's natty. Thimphu is the capital of what Asian country? That is the capital of Bhutan. Tom, have you ever been to Bhutan?
No.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I thought you'd been to Bhutan, but not Thimphu.
No, I've not been to Bhutan.
And question 5. Which stock jumped 21% on Monday after a Redditor posted a $116 million investment? That was GameStop. And I just asked him to stop. Dumb money. Hail Mary. It contains the line, there stood the Catskill Mountains, there as was ever a hill and dale as it had always been. That is a line from Rip Van Winkle. It says 0% answer correctly. 2 teams actually answered this correctly. And in case of a tie, how many players has Ron Manfred banned from the major leagues? He has banned 7. So, those are all the questions. Now it's time for the answers. Do I hit the button or not, Tom?
No.
No. Okay. So, I will just be reading it out to you. In 7th place, we have Venti Almond Milk Latte. In 6th place, we have Better Late Than Never. In 5th, in the living room behind Tom with 9 points. Better Late Than Never had 6 points. Venti Almond Milk Latte had 5. In 4th place with 19 points, we have Tarzan's Boys. In 3rd place with 22 points, Mom and Dad and maybe the other guy with 22 points. In 2nd place with 34 points, we have Fab 5, which means in 1st place with 35 points, just edging them out by 1, we have We Are Not Square. Congratulations on winning this week's episode of Fast Facts Live. Since you won, you get to pick between either a Creative Land Shop gift card, an Amazon gift card, or the official cup of Champiosity. Or, I don't know, maybe a Fast Facts Live baby onesie. We can make that, I think, if you want to buy that. Your choice. You know which one you want, though. It's screen printing, Tom. I think it's possible for us to do that.
I know. I just haven't added to the story yet. You're promoting a product that doesn't exist at the moment.
That doesn't exist so far.
It's going to be a onesie with your face on it.
Perfect. Just it should be a onesie with a picture of the flip-flops with my face on it.
Ooh, yes. The Dan flip-flop baby onesie.
Perfect. Hotcakes. Thank you to everybody who played this week, especially our patrons and anybody who may have been in the room while we were producing the show. A very special thank you to our patrons, and the biggest thank you of all to Tom for producing the show.
Thank you for hosting.
You are welcome. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another episode of Fast Facts Live. In the meantime, everybody,